We are at the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma to pick up our food distribution that happens through the Greater Good Charities the Goods program. All these products here were sponsored by different companies like Chewy and Purina, Rachel Ray, Yukonuba, but Edie can tell you more about that. This is Edie. She runs this place. She is in charge. What do you do?
I am the ambassador for the Goods program for Oklahoma, and we have about 80 approved groups that we distribute to. Today 40 came, which is quite a pretty big showing. There was probably close to 100 pounds of food.
100 pounds?
100,000 pounds.
100,000 pounds.
There was two 40,000 pound trucks.
Wow.
Plus extras. And looks like
40 groups got to split it up.
Yep. And all they pay is the handling fee, which I have to pay for the trucks to get shipped to Oklahoma. And then they charge, and for 1,000 pounds it's $150, which is very good deal.
Yes.
So when we receive the donations, they are entered and taken into this warehouse, and this is the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma. They generously allow us to store and receive our stuff here and help us distribute it. And we do distributions hopefully every 2 weeks. This one was 4, just because we didn't have the donations. It all depends on the donations coming through the Goods program.
Yep.
This is one of the Husky halfway houses pallets. It's medium breed Yukonuba Performance.
Cool.
And then you'll be getting one of these, which are the Yukonuba.
Let me see if I can find my name.
It's not on. There's not
no?
a name. Yeah, you just number.
Gotcha.
30,
One of the Yukonuba
33.
puppies.
Yep.
Cool. So this is my pallet, and that's my pallet.
Yeah.
So when the truck gets here and we get everybody through,
I think that
we'll load
one's
that up.
1,155 pounds, and this one's about 980, I think.
And what are these?
So,
like $60 a bag retail?
Yes.
Yeah. So I got both of these pallets for $337. I mean, this is why.
Yeah.
This is why I can rescue the masses, because I can feed them. Like when I was down to 25, I was scared. Remember when I contacted you? I was like, what do I do? I got 100 dogs. How do I feed them?
This is why our group, Two Legs, Four Paws, does what we do. We're volunteers, myself and Linda, my partner, business partner, and we do this because this keeps you guys alive and helps to save lives all over the state. The 80 rescue groups, they probably have 50 to 100 dogs apiece. That's just all that we're feeding. It's a lot of dogs. And we have a blast doing it. It's like Christmas.
Especially with the Chewy stuff.
Yeah, the Chewy's fun.
Chewy sends, Chewy sends big boxes of just donations of toys and miscellaneous
damaged
things.
in the warehouse. It's damaged product in the warehouse.
Or damaged packaging where the product itself is really good still.
Yeah.
And so us groups, as we sign up and come in, we get to go through and choose which donated product we want, which is great. So I already stole a bunch of toys.
Star Wars toys. And some of these actually came from Farrah and Renee.
She did mention that, yeah.
Just they got donations through.
But I did take a bunch of costumes for next year's Halloween.
R2D2.
One of the most fun parts about this is our Chewy drawings. Chewy, you know what, Edie? You talk about it, because this is my stuff. This is what I got, but I want Edie to explain the program really good. How
we all get to take turns picking things from, it looks like a garage sale, all spread out with all these Chewy fun miscellaneous things like crates and beds and toys, all kinds of things.
Medicine,
shampoo. She grabbed all these toys. And I'm sure you're going to be seeing some of these costumes on some Huskies coming up in the next video.
I can't wait to dress.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Oh yes, here we go.
And then we got some Star Wars toys. These are squeakers.
And hats and
So all this
Tons
stuff
of
is just bonus stuff that Chewy.
Just fun stuff.
Yep, Chewy sends a truckload, and then usually if there's a lot, there wasn't a lot this time, but usually when there's a lot, she gives everybody a number, and then
We take turns drawing from this pile, and then everybody just throws some money in the pot to cover the $67 fee for the pallet, and ends up to be, you get a crate for $4.
Oh yeah, I have tons. I've gotten tons of like
things.
tall baby gates and crates and
Oh, I can see this on a Husky.
beds, anything.
Yep.
Bark sent us a truckload.
We actually got
of beds.
two full truckloads from Bark beds.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I still have a lot of those left. We give them out when we adopt out. But man, when we had the flu, we were pulling them out because they were just,
Yeah, and you want to.
and we just threw them away. We threw them away, and we got more out because we had so many, which was
Right.
great. So anyway, this is my Chewy stash.
Fun stuff.
Fun stuff.
I can see you dressing them all up later.
Watch me. So this is a Chewy palette. These are always a big favorite, especially, I mean, for us, it comes with a lot of, it could be anything. It could be, would you say there's alpaca food?
There's alpaca food is
in
on the
here.
bottom. This is horse food, chicken food, bird food.
But also the cat and dog food. So there's usually a big variety of stuff versus the pallets that are all the same. And there's cans of wet and yeah, they're just a lot of fun to break down.
But like this pallet, it costs them $67.
These are the cheaper pallets.
One bag of the Victor is probably $67.
So this whole pallet cost a rescue group $67. This entire thing. This is how we survive this. Literally, this program is how we stay open. And it's the case for most people,
And
most
what
of the
happened
rescues.
was they probably the forklift got the bag when they were in the warehouse, when they were unloading things, and so they're taped up. But it's not returned food that was purchased, because if you don't like something that Chewy sends you, they say donate it.
Right, because they can't return
Because they don't want it returned. But this happened in the warehouse, so it's safe, to be fed on down the line.
So these big distribution centers, when they accidentally damage any of the product, they just put it aside on a pallet and save it for the rescues. And they red tape it, wrap it up, and then they come to these big distribution centers like Edie's.
What's in there?
We love that. What is that?
What is that?
I haven't heard of this
I
brand.
love this
Performance dog
because
food.
you can see.
Yeah.
But this, I was like going, okay, what's in this?
Oh man, somebody's
it
got
litter?
some AD or CD for cat. I wish I had some of that last week when we had the flu.
But see right here, this pallet weighs 1,790 pounds, and they get it for $67. I can't do that math, but
That's almost a literal ton.
Yeah.
for $67.
And just to note that the Yukonova, this stuff is my favorite. Anytime we get this,
Noted.
definitely my favorite. But cat food, the
Royal Canin.
the Royal. I'm sorry, the Royal Canin.
Good tonight.
The Royal Canin makes Yukonova, which is what all our dogs are getting right now, which is cool that they're getting all the same thing. But the Chewies are cool too because you get there's a lot of science diet and stuff in there that we just can't afford when we've got these medical cases. Like, look at this Royal Canin Gastro. This thing is probably $90 just for this bag, and this whole pallet was $67 for this rescue. So this is how we survive. I mean, we couldn't afford it. Otherwise, we aren't buying food like this. So because of Chewy, we can give our dogs even better care, our animals even better care with the extra bonuses that we get in the pallet. Yeah, I think we try to get as many Chewy pallets as we can, even though we like to have the food all the same. But really, because we've got medical cases with 120 dogs on site, we need the science diet. We need, the puppy food. We need the wet food. We need the different things that the Chewies offer. So $67. It's incredible. We typically just pay the transport costs to get the food here, otherwise this food is donated. The food that I'm gonna get, I'm about to show you what's ours. All right,
You've
so
already paid, so you need
yeah.
to print and sign.
Sign at the bottom. So I got 2 pallets a Royal Canin. This is like my favorite.
They're gonna love it.
$337 for, and this is over 2,000 pounds of food. Or pallets, you know, pounds, right?
Pounds, yes.
Of food.
So good deal.
Yes.
Okay.
Here's your pen.
All right, and this is yours.
All right.
To hold
To
until
give
you get
until we
loaded.
get to the distribution.
Yes.
All right. Check these out. These are cool. Edie left us some harnesses. So we'll save these next year for our Christmas transport. Dog's going home for Christmas. So we're just loading up our pallets. We've got 2 pallets that are going to Mercy Sakes Rescue, which is in Tulsa. And then she gets 1 pallet of the Yukonuba, and she gets a pallet of the Milkville. This truck, let me tell you, has been with Rob longer than I have. He's definitely, it's taken us from one zip code to the next, and now it's feeding Huskies. Definitely recommend that if you're gonna run a big old rescue, you got a big old truck and a pallet jack. Gonna need a way to transport a lot of food.
We have some great volunteers that come every day just to help. And like the lady with the broom, she's just here to pick up food, but she's sweeping the parking lot. We had probably 10 to 15 groups this morning here at 7 o'clock helping us set up.
Yes.
Hi, Sandy. She's with the Underdog Rescue. Sandy, come on.
Belly rubs. You are definitely a Bill Foster. Yep, I have a couple of those. Thank you very much for watching. Before you go, I want to give a huge shout out to the Greater Good. And we made this little banner. 2 Legs, 4 Paws. She's the one this is Edie. She runs this place. But the Greater Good Charities and their goods program really is how we survive. I just want to also throw in Scouts Honor, the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma. Like there's so many partners here that make sure that
That make this work.
Yep. Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those things on our social media, because that's how we get the word out and tell people about our rescues. So, you know, subscribe, hit that like button. It just takes you a second, and it's free, and it's huge for us. So
And it's interesting.
yeah, right?
Great video.
Husky Halfway House. We have good stuff.